Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Kiss acrylic nail kit. I'm just going to share my thoughts about what I think about the kit, and I'm also going to show you this design that I did for Valentine's Day on my nails. So we're just gonna get started. So I'm going to start off by showing you what I have. So first kit we have is the Complete Salon acrylic kit. And here I'm just showing you the box. You can see everything that it comes with. So here's what it looks like out of the package. So you just open it like this and you can see everything. So first we have the clear acrylic powder. We have acrylic primer, Apple Fresh acrylic masking liquid, maximum speed nail glue, the acrylic liquid. We have a little dapping dish. We have some nail forms. And we have a pink buffing block. And when you open the bottom part, it comes out like a drawer, and the first thing you see is the instructions. And you can see we have a nail file, a wooden stick, we have the acrylic brush, and you have the nail tips, and the nail tips come in French white and also natural colored. And then here's the second kit that I have, which just has the liquid, the powder, a little brush, and a little nail file. And then on the back of the package there's the instructions. So here what my nails look like before I started, and I'm sorry for the yellow stains that are on my nails. What happened was a yellow acrylic that I forgot to put a base under. I forgot to put a clear base under my nails, so they got stained with the yellow acrylic. But anyways, first I'm starting off by using a sanding band to remove the shine from my nails. And I'm doing that to make sure the acrylic is going to adhere better onto my nails. If you have any shine or oils on your nails, if you skip this step, then your nails are most likely to lift or come off. So now I'm gonna go in and apply the tips. So what I do is first I'm going to measure the tips. So as you can see, for this one on my pinky, this one fit perfectly. So I'm going to apply the glue, and I meant to apply it onto the tip instead of my nail, but I did that by accident. But when I put the glue on, I just put the tip on, making sure that I have it in the right place. And then I'm just going to hold the tip down for a while until the nail is on. And now for my other finger, you can see the first tip I took was a little bit too small for my nail. So I put that one back and I go in with one that's a bigger size, and as you can see, this one fit perfectly. So I go in and put some glue in the glue in the well of the tip. And then I put that onto the nail. And also if you can see, I did use too much glue on all my nails because the little bottle was kind of hard for me to squeeze it, and when the glue came out, it came out with too much. Here are what they look like after I applied the tips on all 10 of my fingers. Now what I'm doing is going in with a tip cutter to cut it down to the length that I want it. And then when I go to cut the tips on the other hand, what I do is measure it next to the first hand that I already cut the tips to make sure they're all the same length. Now I'm going in with a straight edge nail clipper and I'm using that to cut the sides of the nail so I can shape it into a coffin shape. And doing this just makes the process a little bit faster filing so that I don't take too much filing. Now what I'm doing is taking the nail file that comes in the kit and I am using that to shape the nail into the shape that I want. Now what I'm doing is going in with the sanding band and I'm using that to blend the tip into the natural nail. I'm being very careful not to touch my natural nail so that I don't damage it. And me personally, I'm not a very big fan of full weld nails because I feel like they are a bit more difficult to blend into the natural nail. So now I'm going to start doing my nails. So I'm applying the primer on the natural nail. And then for my left hand, I'm going to be using the brush that comes in the kit. And I'm also going to be using the acrylic liquid without the masking liquid. I start off by placing a bead in between where the natural nail is and where the tip is. And then when I apply the acrylic, I apply it where I need it to. So with this brush that comes in the kit, it was a bit difficult to work with. If you can see at the cuticle area, it was kind of hard to get around the cuticle area because the tip of the brush wasn't really letting me get very close without like I couldn't get it very close without getting it all over my skin. And then the brush was a little bit stiff, like it was not soft, so it didn't really let me brush the acrylic out. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but if you can see, the acrylic was a bit streaky while I was brushing it out. And then also with this brush, a lot of the acrylic gets stuck on the brush, and that is for the acrylic and the brush because the acrylic itself is also pretty sticky and it doesn't really help with the smoothest application. So with the brush and the acrylic was a bit difficult to work with together. And also with the masking liquid, so I decided to do one hand without it and one hand with it because there was a difference with the smell. So for my left hand, I didn't put the masking liquid in the monomer for my left hand. And the acrylic itself, this product has a weird smell, like it doesn't really smell like generic acrylic. But the masking liquid, when you do use it, it does cancel out the smell of the acrylic or the liquid, because this liquid does have a pretty strong smell. And then the difference is on your nails, that when you're done with your nails and you like finish, you're all done with the nails, the smell of the apple fresh when you had it in the liquid, it stays on your nails and it stays there for a long while. So if that smell would be a bother to you, then I wouldn't really recommend it, but it does help to cancel out the smell of the monomer. Also, the masking liquid doesn't really change the consistency of the acrylic, so that's something you don't have to worry about. It won't function any differently, it's still the same. So this time that I did my nails, the application with this kit was not terrible, because I used this kit the very first time that I've ever did my nails, and I did it on myself, and it was literally so bad just because I didn't even know how to do nails. Like, when I finished, I had to spend 2 days, almost 2 whole days, having to file everything because the only thing I had was the nail file, not even a nail drill or anything. So the nails were super thick, they were lumpy and bumpy and uneven, the shape wasn't even right. So like, that's how it was for me the first time. But this time around with this video, since my application is better, I know what to do, I'm more experienced with doing nails, it came out much better this time. So that's just 2 different experiences that I had with the kit. So now I'm just showing you the brush, and I don't know if you can tell, but there was really a lot of acrylic stuck in it. So you would have to clean this brush right when you're done using it. If I were to have done all 10 fingers with this brush, then there would be much more acrylic stuck in it, so you'd probably have to clean the brush in between doing your hands. And here I'm just showing you what my nails look like after I finished applying the acrylic on them. So now for my right hand, I'm going to use this brush by Mia Secret so that I can show you the difference in the application. So first I'm just applying the primer again on the natural nail. And then I start with the application. So I know for when I do my right hand, the application is still pretty messy just because I'm not very good with my left hand. But the application was still a bit better than how I did on my left hand because of the brush. It was also much easier to apply the acrylic with the brush and move it to where I needed to. I could get it closer to the cuticle area better. And I know I do like made a little bit of a mess around the cuticle, but that's just because I'm not very good with my left hand, like I said. But I didn't have to take as much beads as the other hand. Mostly because the brush in the kit was smaller, but that's not a bad thing because if you're a beginner, it's better for you to take smaller beads so that way you won't take too much and then the nail is too thick and you have to spend a very long time filing. And also I wanted to use the better brush for my right hand because if I used the brush that was in the kit for my right hand, then the application would be a lot worse just because, like I said, my application with my left hand is not very good. So I just go ahead and apply the acrylic on all the rest of my nails. As you can see, the acrylic wasn't as streaky as the other one. It's nice and smooth and even. By the way, the very first time that I've ever did nails using this kit on myself was many years ago. If I can, hopefully I'll be able to find the photo so I can show you how the very first nails I ever did came out. Because also, that was also the very first time I've ever had nails on me, like, ever. So that was literally the first time, like, me doing nails and me having nails. So now here's what the Mia Secret brush looks like when I'm done applying the acrylic, and as you can see, I didn't have as much acrylic stuck to the brush as the other one. So when the acrylic is all dry, I just go in with the nail file from the kit and I'm going to reshape the nails, because when you apply acrylic to the nails it might lose its shape a bit, so you just go ahead and fix the shape. By the way, this nail dust collector, everything that I use in the video, I'll go ahead and leave it in the description below. This nail dust collector and the drill that I'm using. Also, for the nail drill, Kiss has a nail drill, but I recommend that you get a good nail drill because that also depends on how well your work is gonna come out. Like, even as a beginner, you should get a good nail drill because that will really help with your practicing. It'll help with perfecting the nails better. So I go ahead and I am using this fine drill bit, and I'm using that to even out and smooth the nail. So I just start by going around the cuticle area first, and then I go around the rest of the nail just to make sure everything is even. Since the application is not very bad, since it's already pretty smooth, I don't have to do too much. But like I said, the very first time many years ago when I did these nails, since I didn't have a nail drill or anything, I had to use that nail file, the hand nail file from the kit. And I spent a very long time just trying to file everything down. And even after I finished with all of that, it still wasn't even right. It was still bumpy and thick and all that, so... Now I'm going in with this cuticle drill bit, and I'm just going around the cuticle just to make sure that there is no acrylic stuck to my skin. If you leave anything stuck to your skin, acrylic or gel polish or anything at all, it might start lifting and coming off faster. So I'm just going around to make sure that there is nothing on the skin. So when I'm done with all the filing, I just go in with the buffing block to buff all the nails, make sure there's no pieces sticking out, and just making sure everything is nice and smooth. Now I just go in with a wipe and I sprayed it with alcohol just to clean off all the dust on my nails. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using for the design. So these are gel polishes that I'll be using. So here is white from Nobility, and we have nude from Nobility. It's like a pinkish nude color. And we have this one from D&D, it's called Aqua Pink, which is just a clear jelly pink. We have Pink Hill, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's Pink Hill and something after it by D&D. And this is Pinky Star by D&D. So starting with my pinky and my pointer finger, I'm going to be applying the Nobility nude color. And every time that I get something on my skin, the gel polish, I always go in with a little flat brush, and I'll use acetone or alcohol to clean up around the nails so that there's nothing on my skin. On my ring finger, I'm going to be applying the Pinky Star glitter by D&D. And then on my thumb and my middle finger, I'll be applying the Aqua Pink. And I always go back in just in case I get something on my skin to always clean it off. Then I go in with all of the base colors again and apply a second coat. For the glitter gel polish, I did apply 3 coats to make, because I wanted the glitter to be very intense. So now I'm starting the design on my middle finger, and as you can see on my pinky, I was trying to do a hollow heart, but that didn't work out because I didn't really know how to clean out the gel polish in the middle, so I just painted over again, and then I tried doing a white heart outline, but as you can see, it didn't really come out right either. So later you'll see me taking it off and I do something else with it. I start off with the white color and I apply 2 dots in random places of the nail. And then with a liner brush, I use it to connect the dots together and draw it into a heart shape. Now I do the same thing with the D&D Pink Hill. I go ahead and use a dotting tool and make 2 dots, and then I'll take a liner brush. A detail brush, and I use that to draw it into heart shapes. Now for my thumb, I'm taking the Nobility White and I'm going to do almost a French, but it's going to be right at the tip of the nail. And then I will take the Pink Hill color and I'm going to apply another stripe under the white but leaving a space. And then I'll take a detail brush to even it out and paint it where I want it to go. Here I'm just applying the 3rd coat of the Pinky Star. And on my thumb I am applying the 2nd coat of the white and the pink. And in between the space of the white and the pink, I'm going to take the glitter gel polish, and then I'll take a detail brush to spread it out where I want it to. And now on my pointer finger, I'm going to use the glitter gel polish. And what I'm going to do is do almost like an ombre effect. So I start off by applying it at the tip, and then I'm going to try to fade it down the nail without going too far. And then I'll cure that, and then I'll do that again, but this time I won't bring down the glitter too much to make sure that I don't have too much nail on the glitter, because I just want it to look like a faded effect. So now I'm going in with the Nail Glitz Crystal Gel, and I'm going to be applying these clear rhinestones onto the nail, and with the crystal gel I'm going to draw into a heart shape, and I'm going to draw it in the place that I'm going to be applying the rhinestones. And the crystal picker that I'm using is also by Nail Glitz, so everything that I'm using I'll have in the description. So I just go ahead and apply the rhinestones in the place that I put the crystal gel, which was in a heart shape. I'm gonna go ahead and place one rhinestone in the middle finger. And then I'm going to apply 3 rhinestones around the cuticle area of my pointer finger. And then on the thumb, I'm going to be applying the rhinestones almost like the French shape. So I'm just going to be applying the rhinestones underneath the pink and do a line under it. And for top coat, I'm going to be using the Wonder Gel. And whenever I go around crystals or rhinestones, I use a detail or liner brush so that I can get around the crystals or rhinestones without getting it on them. So I just clean around the cuticle area, and then I put my hand in the lamp, and then that hand is done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other hand on camera. I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did on the other hand, the same design. So when I was doing the other hand for the heart design, I decided that it was much easier and faster if you apply the dots and then you take the dots with the same dotting tool and drag it down. It'll make it easier and faster for you to perfect the heart shape. So as you can see, they're already shaped into hearts. All I have to do is take the detail brush and just draw them out. And that is pretty much it for this design, guys. So as far as the kits, I do prefer for beginners to get the one that has more things, the nail tips and everything else in it. As far as what I think it's pretty good for beginners, and I do recommend that you get a good nail drill. It'll really help. And the kit does have pretty much everything you need, so it's pretty good. So I really hope you guys like this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.